Hello, good morning, friends. Today I'm going to discuss with you a problem of code chef named as COVID spread 2. So, what we have given in this problem is we have an athlete currently at position 1 to n, and they have some uniform velocity. Uh, so, any one of them can be infected, and even they can spread the infection to some other guy when they meet that particular person at some instant. So, what we have to find is the best scenario basically when the least number of people get infected, and the worst scenario in which the most number of people get infected. Okay, so basically, okay, now let's see. uh, so I'm gonna tell you the case in which the particular person can infect the other person. Okay, so let's say this particular person at position third position is initially infected. Okay, this particular guy is infected. Let's say we call it as node. So this particular guy infect the person who is behind us, who is behind him. Let's say a person who is currently here, name as J. Okay, this particular person, let's say initial velocity of v3, and this particular person has an initial velocity of v1. So this v3 can infect v1 if and only if v1 is greater than v3. Okay, basically this person who is behind the infected guy must have velocity greater than him to meet him some at some instant. Okay, this is our first case. And similarly let's say we have a guy who is in front of the infected person, let's say at the fifth indices, having name I. Okay, and having velocity v5. So infected person infect this particular guy if and only if when v3 is greater than v5. Basically the person who is behind, uh, um, uh, uh, let's say we have two athletes. The athlete who is behind must have a greater velocity than the person who is in front of him. Okay, okay, and let's say the time at which that particular person, person, third person got infected is t1. Okay, okay, and let's say uh, the time at which these two guys will meet. These two guys will meet when uh, magnitude of their position, basically 5 minus in this particular case, and magnitude of their velocity. Ratio of this is the time at which these two person will meet. How is it come? How this particular expression came? It's came from speed is equal to distance upon time, and time is equal to distance upon speed. Okay. From here we get this. So why we are calculating time, I'll talk about it later. So now we have cleared that when two person will meet and they will infect each other. Okay. So basically what I am doing in this problem is, let's say we have five peoples. Okay, what I'm doing, I'm considering, let's say first person. I'm forcefully saying that this particular person is infected. Then I'm iterating my array. Whenever my condition got fulfilled, those two conditions that I have discussed earlier, then let's say at this particular indices my condition get fulfilled, then I'll start my DFS from this point, and again uh, start my array traversal right from the start. I have a visited array which take account of how many athletes already got basically infected, and a count variable which is telling me the current size of the set, basically the number of people got infected. So why we are just taking time, basically when I am using DFS for a particular person, let's say initially I'm checking for this particular third indices, my DFS function have the node, which particular node I'm considering which is infected, also a and b. I would say not a and b, numerator and denominator. What does numerator and denominator mean? So numerator means the difference, absolute difference of their position, Numerator and denominator, okay, just wait a second. This is basically the time. This is numerator upon denominator means the time at which that particular person got infected. And when I'm gonna start iteration, so let's say this particular guy get infected at 2 comma 3, and again I start my iteration right from the starting of the array to the end, and whenever my condition got fulfilled, like let's say at this instant my condition got fulfilled, and let's say the time between these two will, the time which is coming as 1 by 3. So what does it signifies that this particular person got infected at 2 by 3, and these two guy met at 1 by 3. Basically this particular person won't get infected because the time at which this particular person got infected is later than that of these two person met. So that's the reason I'm considering time. If you won't consider time, it will either result in only a score of 1 or wrong answer. So now I'll take you through my code. So basically what I'm doing in this problem is, here the number of athletes we have. Here I'm taking input the velocities of these athletes. Initially I'm basically considering my large size as 1 and small size as n. Basically I'm defining all this sum. So what this for loop is doing, basically this for loop is from 1 to n. So this for loop is something like we have 4 elements. At first I'm considering this particular guy as infected, and I'm calculating the total number of elements it gonna infect. After that I'm just cleaning my arrays, and then I'm considering this particular guy who's currently at second indices got infected, and I'm then similarly calculating the number of athletes it's gonna infect, and so on and so forth. Okay, so this particular for loop is doing that. So this particular DFS, okay, and here numerator upon denominator is the time at which that particular person infected. Initially I'm giving it as 0 upon 1. 0 upon 1 means t equal to 0. Okay, t equal to 0. So whenever my DFS runs, basically I'm incrementing my count variable, which is the total number of infected persons, and I'm in basically putting one in my visited array. So every time I'm just iterating from first to last element. If that particular person is not visited, I'm checking these two conditions. These conditions which I had discussed earlier, whether the element in is behind us or in front of us, are having velocities according to this, and if these conditions, any of the condition satisfies, I am checking this a1 upon b1, a1 upon b1. A1 is the difference of their positions, and B1 is difference in their velocities. I'm calculating basically the time at which these two person, the node and the J, gonna meet, and I'm checking whether this A1 upon B1 is greater than the time the particular node get infected. So basically the node, numerator, denominator, what does it signifies this? Uh, so node, numerator and denominator is the time at which this particular node get infected. Numerator upon denominator, let's say numerator upon denominator, and let's say this is a node and it infected some other guy at time a1 upon b1. So basically we are checking this condition, a1 upon b1 should be greater than or equal to numerator upon denominator, and I'm just transferring the variables here from here. Then that's how a1 into denominator should be greater than or equal to numerator into b1. Okay, that's it. uh, I'll give code in the description if you want to check out. Thank you.